Hey everybody, it's me, Jason Fox of John Scott Ballard, and today I want to talk to you about the 10 steps to buying a home in Washington State. All right, so step number 1, representation, right? That's finding the agent that fits your needs. Obviously, we really hope that you choose the Madrona Group, but even if you don't, make sure that you find a realtor that is going to represent your best interests. Step 2, negotiating your offer. So making an offer on a home is not a black and white process. And this is basically the linchpin of all the steps. And if anything is missed or done incorrectly in this step, it could end up costing you or, just not getting your offer accepted. So make sure that you choose an agent that really knows how to negotiate on your behalf. Step 3 is the purchase and sale agreement. This is essentially the sales contract. So in the Northwest MLS, it's Form 21, along with one of hundreds of different addendas and forms that you will kind of create the sales contract. So just important, you're going to have to sign a contract in order to purchase a home. Step 4 is the home inspection. This is the last step before the buyer could potentially lose their earnest money. You'll find yourself a home inspector who will come in and do a detailed inspection of the home and then provide a report. With that report, you'll sit down with your realtor and decide whether you want to move forward, whether you want to cancel the deal, or perhaps just ask for some work to be done or some cash to be taken off the purchase price of the home. Step 5 is the transaction process. So once you've negotiated the home inspection or accepted it, then both parties can sign off and the transaction process begins. This is when you're going to start shopping for homeowners insurance, and paperwork's going to start flying your way, and you'll probably have a lot of questions that your realtor can answer for you. Step 6 is the loan commitment, and this is going to be where we got the pre-approval from the mortgage lender, but this is where the underwriter now starts reviewing the application, and they're going to come up with a list of conditions in order for the loan to get finally approved. So as long as you meet all those conditions, then your lender will go ahead and commit that money, and your transaction will get funded and closed. Step number 7 is the appraisal. This is the part where the bank decides if they want to loan the amount of money that you have requested for the purchase price of the home. So they're going to get an independent estimate of the value of the home. And there's a few possibilities at this stage. So the appraisal could come in high or low, which if it comes in high, that's awesome. You have instant equity. If it comes in low, that's a negotiation point and or a possibility of walking away. It could come in with some new conditions. Like for example, if you had a hole in the deck, they may say, well, in order for us to fund, we need that the hole in the deck to be fixed by the seller before that can happen. Or they may just come in at value, like it most often does, and the transaction moves along. Step number 8, title and escrow. So while title is actually ordered much earlier than this step is where they'll actually start to run title searches to make sure that there's no liens or contingencies against the title. And they'll also order the title insurance to protect the both parties in case there's any question with the title itself. And then escrow, they're they kind of manage everything. And so they'll actually make sure that all the conditions of the sale have been met prior to any money or the property changing hands. Step number 9, the final week of closing. So now we're getting real close. This is where the I's get dotted and the T's get crossed. Everybody's scrambling to make sure that we cross that finish line on time. You're probably not going to hear a whole lot from your real estate agent at this point, or really anybody, as long as most of your forms and everything have been turned in. This is where everybody's just kind of hard at work making sure that it gets closed. And finally, step 10, the post-closing services. This is where you get your key and your gift from your real estate agent. You move into your new house, and hopefully you've built up a lifelong relationship and stay in touch and find out how much your home is worth every year and all that good stuff. And those are the 10 steps to buying a home in Washington State.